What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not another damn podcast.
Podcast.
Presented by our damn selves. Still recording separately under quarantine for 152.
Yes.
That's right. I'm in my crib. Naima's in her crib, but we got y'all.
Absolutely.
Gonna make it work. Shout out to lovely jazz creator of J-Sculpt. Before we go any further, First Fitness Belt that covers your entire midsection and provides 100% comfort during your workouts. Grab you a J-Sculpt, ladies. Hey, you know what it is.
Yep. We getting closer and closer this summer. We are.
Yeah.
Even though we still want to be inside.
Yeah. Let's start there. Yeah. Another at least 30 days from Governor JB.
Yes. So if you live in the state of Illinois, we've been extended to May 30th now for our stay in place, shelter in place, stay home. So the governor is saying that he wants to remain vigilant about getting these numbers because he's like, he doesn't believe that we've reached the peak of the worst yet. That's what he's saying. So he was like, if he was to open back up, it would basically erase all of our progress that we've made, because he's like, we have made substantial stride in getting the curve down. Yeah. But if we just open back up, then he said he would.
All the work you just did, you would have just undone it, basically.
Right. So that's why he wants to remain, proactive and not reactive. And I can respect that for the governor. I know a lot of people have their opinions about, him. And like, I had to silence a couple people on Facebook because I'm like, I don't want to hear it. It's like, I don't want to hear the negativity. It's like, I'm in a different mindset right now. Like, I just don't want to hear the negativity, and
nobody got time for that, man.
Right. It's like, honestly, what are you getting mad about? Like, he's damned if he do it, he's damned if he don't. Like, if he opens up and then people start getting sick and start dropping like flies, then you'd be like, you should not open it back up. But then if he don't open it, like, why are you keeping us? What should he do then? That's like my thing. What should he do?
I mean, dude.
Right.
Exactly.
But you damn if you do it, you damn if you don't. It's like, it's a double-edged sword. I get that people are missing money and stuff like that.
Yeah, most of it is financial. Like, that's what I'm seeing, like, from the people that are upset because, like I said, me and you, we're both just blessed that we're in positions that financially we're good. But it is people that haven't gotten a check since mid-March. So, like, they really in bad shape right now.
And I sympathize and empathize. I do all of that with people because
I'm pretty sure they've gone through like whatever, that little 1,200 or 2,400 or 3,000 or whatever you got, like from the government. Like a lot of them might have already spent that, or like that could have been charged your rent or whatever. Yeah, like you could have you spent that on bills. Like if you haven't gotten any like income,
or you may have had to do a payday loan where like you took out title loan. You may have had to do that on your car or whatever the case may be. Like you may have to move around stuff to get creative with paying your bills. But a tip that I will give to people, if you can, call your creditors and stuff, because it's like a lot of people are allowing, like for example, car companies. Like if you are,
let you push your payment to the back of the loan.
Exactly. Like do that if you can, because some people are doing 3 months, even up to 6 months where they're pushing it behind because they know that people are in a hardship. So it costs nothing to call. Like just call and try to take a chance on it. Call your utility company. If you can pay your stuff, pay it. If you can pay it right now, but if you can't, and we'll put you in a significant financial hole, call these companies.
I know they're not doing evictions now, or I think utilities are not shutting you off either. Like ComEd, I think is not going to shut you off. Right?
No, they're not. No,
it's going to be like how it is, like most cats in the winter, like who stop paying their bill in the winter. They do it in the hood. It's going to be like that until this quarantine is over, pretty much. It's like they're not going to shut anybody. If you still owe the money, we're just not going to shut you off. That's just.
Right.
So get twisted. Yeah, they not you still owe the bill.
They're not erasing the debt, but they're just
gonna cut it. Until this is over, we're not gonna cut it off. Now once it's resolved, then you still owe the money. Then they might
That's why I say pay it if you can, but if you can't,
if you have the money, pay it. If not, then work something out.
Work something out, exactly. Because we don't want you guys to be in a worse state than what you guys already are in. We just don't want that. But like we said, Illinois is going to be in for at least another 30 days. And then also what they're doing in Illinois, they're going to start requiring all residents, if you're over the age of 2, to wear facial covering if social distance is not just not possible in a public place.
I know New York started that already. Like you got to have a mask on in public. So now they're doing that in Illinois too.
Mm-hmm. So for my parents out there, what I say, if you do want to get creative with your kids, like what we did on Friday, because like I said, my kids don't leave the house. Only Marcus and I just go out to like do what we need to do because of our essential stuff, but we don't let our kids leave the house. And what we was like, okay, like the kids are starting to get cooped up. So what we did with the kids was we went on a drive. We took a long drive, like we drove around the city. Mm-hmm. We took Lakeshore Drive all the way to the end of Lakeshore Drive, all the way up north. And then we drove around the north neighborhood and everything. Marcus took that opportunity to drive by Wrigley because he was like, you guys want to see where the Cubs play? So, as Marcus, Marcus Cubs fan. So he's like,
the Cubs ain't even playing right now. Come on. Nobody's playing right now.
Ariana was like, let's go and let's watch him play. And then he had to explain, like, no, baby, the season's not going on right now. And she's like, well, why?
Even if it does come back, it's probably not going to be any fans in there.
But he was like, let me just show you where, show you Wrigley Field. We saw the Harry Carey sign, his statue and everything. Yeah, so, I mean, that was like
then again, I don't give a shit about baseball. That's why I'm kind of knocking the Cubs right now.
That was a cool thing to do, like, for us to get out the house. And then for our personal thing, I drove past Dad's old store. Like, I showed them where Dad's store was. I did that. Since we were up north, I was like, let me show you where, my dad's store was. I told the kids.
Which is closed now because obviously it's non-essential.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's what, you can do as parents. Like, I know that, you keep these kids cooped up. Like, just do a drive. Like I said, like, they didn't get out the car. We just drove around the city. Chicago's a beautiful city. We just drove around. Mm-hmm. And then we came back home and got back up and went upstairs. We all showered, put our clothes in the hamper and, just do that. So, to try to break some of the monotony of being at home. Exactly. We said at the same time to break some of that. But, I get it. I totally get it. I do. I understand. Like, I overstand what you guys are going through as being a parent, quarantine with children. It's rough. I get it. But that doesn't mean don't follow the orders because, I don't know if you guys have seen, like I said, I have to go here because it did happen in Chicago, unfortunately. Did you see that party? It got broken up. It was a party and they said that it was at least like 1,000 people that attended this house party in Chicago this weekend. Yeah, because it was a live video that came out on Facebook. I just started seeing people post it like Saturday night, Sunday morning. I started seeing people post this video, and it was from a house party. The person who was recording it was recording it live. And the video, you could see that the person was trying to attempt to social distance. Like, she's trying to stand back and but when you look at that house, first of all, even if it wasn't a quarantine, that house was way too small. Like, it was at least 100 people inside of the house. And like the way they were like packed in like sardines, and then you could see like maybe like 4 or 5 people with masks on in the house. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, that's not helping nothing. But then like I saw that TMZ did do an article about it, and TMZ was saying that it was up to 1,000 people there, including being outside in the yard and inside of the house. And they said this happened on the west side of Chicago. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, come on.
Because of course it happened on the west side.
I'm like, come on, West Side. We got to do better than that, West Side. Come on, West Side, stand up.
As soon as you said West Side, I was done with this whole story. Because, of course, it happened on the West Side.
When I told
Mark Cortez and Shea Boogie, we out West Radio. They do. I had to shout out my West Side folks. Wow Radio, they call it. We out West.
They said that, this happened on the West Side. I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Like, what part of social distancing don't you understand? And then they had a quote from one of the attendees, and they said,
we out West. That's what he said.
This 23-year-old girl stated that basically
she said we don't get coronavirus out West. That's what she said.
I'm paraphrasing. He basically said that, I don't have like we're not gonna let corona that if I don't have it before, she's like, I didn't have it. If I didn't have it now, I probably have it now. Oh well. She was just like, oh well, if I get it now, I just got it now. What? Like what aren't you What's wrong with these kids? What's wrong with them?
Out west, man.
I can't. What's wrong with these kids? Like, you don't.
From the west side, what you expect? I'm pissing off a lot of my west siders right now.
Well, what's wrong with these kids? It's like you just, oh, well, like we ain't worried about the corona. We ain't worried about it, but if I die now. Oh, well.
Mm-hmm.
I can't with that. I just can't because potentially 1,000 people went there. And now it's like you don't know who those 1,000 people knew, and then they go back and they give it to somebody. Like I say, it's like an STD.
And that's how those numbers spread.
It's not going right.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm really like I don't even want to talk to nobody because I'm like you better be talking to one of these people that was at that party.
Yeah, you might have been on the west side for all I know.
Right, you talk to me and now I gotta bring this in here to my kids. Like no, stay the hell away from me. I don't want nobody to be nowhere near me. Like no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just going to stay in my house for the next week. Like, I'm not going to leave the house for, like, the next week or so. It's just crazy.
Shit is
What's
getting
wrong with
silly and sillier.
What's wrong with your people, Oz? I'm putting that on you. What's wrong with your people?
I'm not from the west side. What are you putting on?
Oh, gosh. There might have been some of your listeners. You gotta keep them in track. You gotta keep them on track, guys.
Hilarious. Where am I going next? I was gonna go there since we're talking about people that are being out and not sitting down. You saw we gotta call out both Florida and Georgia right now. Let's do it. Can you remember as we talked about on our last episode about how Trump is leaving it up to governors when they want to open up their state? Of course, Florida would be the first to raise their hand. They don't.
JB said hell to the no. JB said fuck no. Mm-hmm. Yeah, our governor.
And Georgia's getting in on this shit too. So they talking about opening up like next week. So it'll be May 1st. Yeah, like they talking about opening up. Yeah, and I'm like really like.
And we have a cousin. So our cousin's in Atlanta. Shout out Kenny. And he was talking about that on a post on Facebook. He was saying, because he works at a restaurant, and he's saying, so
and they about to open restaurants back. Like 2 Chainz is opening his restaurant back up.
He said Monday.
Like,
that's what our cousin said. He said Monday our restaurant's going to be open. He says so
2 customers, like not just for pickup.
Customers, not curbside.
Because like 2 Chainz is opening his back up. He got an Atlanta restaurant. He's opening.
Right.
I wouldn't be in there.
Kenny was saying that. Kenny was like, so how are we going to social distance customer? How do you social distance customers trying to serve them and trying to, if you work at a restaurant, it's impossible to stay within 6 feet. You can't take an order within 6 feet. You can't serve food within 6 feet. Like, how are you going?
Only thing you can control is like take like half the tables out or like take out 2/3 of the tables and like spread it out. That's all you can do. But as far as interacting with customers, you can't to keep the distance. You can distance the customers from each other, like just remove like half the tables, hypothetically. Mm-hmm. Like that's all you can control.
You have to have like a mask. You have to have one of those face shields, and you got to probably wear one of the Doc Brown radiation suits. And
But so if my calculations are correct, when this baby hits May 1st, you're gonna see some serious shit that needs to be saying there.
Because it's
gonna see some serious shit once May 1st.
It's a hot ass mess. Like, and then they said that not only like these are some of the businesses that are open, and like I've seen this meme flow around Facebook for a while now. They're saying that they're opening up barbershops, nail salons, bowling alleys, like things like that. And they said that sounds like code for Black people go outside. That's what somebody put on Facebook in a meme. And I'm like, I agree. Like all you people who are barbers, beauticians,
KD.
Stay the fuck at home. Don't fall for the okie doke. This is a banana in the tailpipe. Do not fall for this banana in the tailpipe. Stay at home. Your safety is more important than that. I don't care what the governor says. Stay at home. Do not
Of course, Florida is on Florida and shit. You know how they get
you err on the side of caution. And then I saw another post where, like I said, I don't know how true it is, but somebody said that they called the governor's mansion and was like, can we have a tour? And they're like, no, we're not having tours because of COVID-19. They're like, but we can open up non-essential businesses, but the governor's mansion ain't open. How is the governor's mansion not open, but non-essential businesses are? If it's not safe to tour the governor's mansion, why is it safe to have these non-essential businesses open? Mm-hmm. Like I said, I don't know how true that is that happened, but somebody posted that, that conversation.
Yeah, it's a good point whether it's real or not.
Whether it's real or not, it's a good point. If that actually did happen,
and like always, I like to say anyway, why tell the truth when the lie is more entertaining. Even if it didn't happen, it's still a valid point.
That's a good point.
A valid point.
That's seriously a valid point. Like if you can open up, if you fear for the safety of touring, then why don't you fear for the safety of these?
And let's not forget that Florida is the state that said pro wrestling was an essential business. But they're still holding WWE shows. Like there's no audiences there. They're doing it live from their facility, their own private facility in a closed set. But still, though, they everywhere. They're like sweating all over each other. Though, like they could be giving it to each other. Like it's not even about the fans. Like it could be spread out amongst all the talent in that building. So like I'm like really. I get people are bored and want shit to watch, especially as no sports. Like pro wrestling is the closest thing to a sport that's still on TV right now, right. But it's not an essential business. Though. Come on,
it's just not. I'm sorry, Vince McMahon. It's just not.
God damn, it's not one. Vince McMahon voice right there.
That's your Vince McMahon. Although I was watching Dark Side of the Ring, like that's a good program.
Ooh, great series.
I was watching that. I watched the Macho Man episode. It was
Macho
good.
Man and Elizabeth.
And I watched the Bret Hart.
Screw job with Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Chris Benoit episode.
I was sleeping on the Benoit because I was watching it really late, so I'm gonna have to watch the Benoit again.
I think Dino Bravo was the latest one. Like his story is like creepy as hell because he allegedly was a made guy. Like he had mob ties. I gotta watch that.
Oh my gosh. Who was the guy who we just watched? He like killed his girlfriend.
Jimmy Superfly Snooker. That's the
there
one
you go. We were watching that the other day. There you go.
Superfly, brother.
Yeah,
who knew he was a murderer? He was a good guy. Yeah. Who knew?
Yeah. That was wild as hell. I know we go off on a tangent, but that was wild as hell. It was wild as hell.
Check it out, Dark Side of the Ring.
Check it out, Dark Side of the Ring. It's good. It's a good series. I mean, like, we're quarantined anyway. You might as well find something.
Shout out Jake the Snake. He's hilarious and all of those. Like, Jake. It's funny, like, me and Feast, like, our brother, we joke about that all the time, how all the wrestlers had died. But somehow Jake the Snake is still alive. And, like, he was, like, smoking crack back in the day. Like, and he's still alive. Like, Jake was a wild motherfucker. He admits, like, all that shit he did. Yeah, he smoked crack, all that shit. He was like,
but does he have that? Does he got that I Turner lived to be about 80 years old.
Jake, like, all these other cats, like, Mr. Perfect's gone. Macho Man's gone. Roddy Piper's gone. Like, but Jake the Snake is still alive. How wild is that?
Ultimate Warrior passed away too.
Warrior's gone. Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember.
Elizabeth's gone. Yeah, there's a lot of big boss mans. A lot of cats we grew up watching that are gone.
Yeah.
Jake the Snake is still here though.
Dusty's gone.
Dusty, the American Dream.
Dusty I like Dusty.
Yeah.
Ric Flair's still here. Ric Flair said, "I'm not
still
dead."
Got dates. He's still limousine riding and jet flying at like 75. He's still getting it in.
We gotta protect Ric Flair. We gotta protect him.
He's ain't going nowhere. You saw when him and Offset would keep on together. Offset was on, I think, SmackDown. He brought Offset out. Offset had the robe on and everything. I think SmackDown was in Atlanta that day. Offset came out with Ric Flair. I'm like, this is the greatest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I'm gonna YouTube that video. See?
Yeah, see Offset with the Ric Flair robe. Classic shit. But I'm trying to find this story about the fucking Las Vegas mayor. Like, she's a dumbass.
Oh, yeah. I watched the video because she was on Anderson Cooper, and I'm like.
Yeah, the Anderson Cooper interview. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
She was tooting something before that video, too, because she seemed like she was high. Like, as I was watching, it looked like a train wreck. Like, the whole thing, you could see the accident happening, and then you're just watching, like, what am I watching? What am I watching? Like, that's how bad it was. It was
because she's like, for those that don't know, because like I said, like Vegas, as everybody knows, is one of the biggest tourist towns on the planet. And right now, they're not bringing any money in. Like, all those casinos, all those hotels shut down. Everything, So Like their economy is super tanking right now in Vegas.
About how much? Yeah, because we've been to Vegas a couple of times. We haven't been in years.
I can't even imagine how Vegas looks right now. We should call our cousin. We got a cousin living out there. I want to call
we gotta call our cousin. Yeah, we should call him and see.
That shit probably looked like crazy as hell. Like when Vegas with no people out there. I can't even picture what that shit looks like right now.
Remember we were like on the strip during Halloween, and remember how the strip looked
like 3 o'clock in the morning. There was this all action.
It was like downtown Chicago at 8 o'clock at night. That's how many people were out there on the strip at 3 a.m. During the week of Halloween. Coming from the club,
and it was like just action. Like it really don't sleep there. But right now, I'm pretty sure it looked crazy as hell out in Vegas. Yeah. But this chick is talking about opening back up the casinos and everything to try to save the economy. Like, guess what? It ain't gonna be no economy if everybody's dead. That's what these stupid ass politicians don't realize. It's not gonna be an economy if everybody is dead.
Hello.
Who's gonna be there to spend the money if everybody's dead? I'm just saying.
Maybe the only one to be left is like Jeff Bezos, because like probably he's in a cave somewhere because he can isolate himself. He can totally isolate himself and like, one of those little egg things, them little eggs, the things.
Or some at Geffen, I think dude Geffen Records. I think that's like he people are shitting on him because he quarantined himself on his yacht, but he's a billionaire, so that's how he quarantines. That's my. Why are you mad at him? Because he posted a pic about self-isolating. Like if he's like leaving the coast to self-isolate, that's a good thing. He's getting away from everybody and shit. He's not gonna be near anybody and shit. If you're gonna be like out in the ocean,
has an island. He owns a private island, Johnny Depp. So it's like if he quarantined on his island, it's like hell. If I had an island, me, Marcus, and the kids would be on the island. If I could have an island and quarantine away from everything, I would too. That's a good thing. It's like you're really taking it serious about this isolation, social distancing. But how are you going to social distance in a casino?
But yeah, this dumbass chick is talking about that we can be the fucking guinea pigs. Basically, says somebody has to open up to see what would happen. It's a
if you're in Las Vegas, don't listen to her. Yeah. Don't listen to batshit crazy. Don't listen to her. Because it was she tweeted something before. I'm so serious. Like you watched that interview.
It is Vegas. Like you can't. Sin City. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
she lied to me. She did. I'm just saying. I know, like when somebody is, you can tell when somebody is high. You can tell, like her eyes and like her speech. Like she was just all frazzled up, and it was like, what the hell? And then she's like, and then Anderson Cooper's like, so you're inside this. He's like, basically, it's a petri dish because people are smoking in there, and then
you're putting people's lives on the line. Yes,
no air is so
Carolyn Goodman. I want to say the dumbass broad's name and shit. Yeah, Carolyn Goodman. Should I say it? I'm not gonna Snoop Dogg this shit. Funky dog head. No, I ain't gonna say it.
I'll say
it. I'm not gonna Snoop Dogg this shit. I did want to say her name though.
But that is
dog head. Bia.
But that is so bad, though. That is bad that you are willing to put people's lives in danger to save an economy. But like you said, the bottom line is
everybody's dead.
Dies, it's not going to be economy to save.
If everybody dies anyway, as I point to my head, can't have an economy if everybody's dead.
But like our point that we keep on saying is, which is why we keep on saying, the workers, we drive it. The billionaires, we drive it. The billionaires are pushing us. Yeah, y'all go out there, but you guys ain't going to be out here. You guys are going to be in your multi-million-dollar estates.
Chilling.
Y'all going to be in your estates,
seeing what happens and shit. Yeah.
Or on your private island, or on your yacht, or whatever. Your castle, because some people have a castle in like London or whatever.
Your villas and shit, whatever.
There you go. You're going to be off somewhere doing that while
your ranch and shit. If you're like an oil millionaire like that, your ranch.
While the people who are making the $15, $18 an hour, they're out there risking their lives for their $15 to $18. You're not going to be out there. You're not going to be out there. You're not. So you're pushing all these people to put their lives in danger.
But she basically Rick James that shit. Like, I don't know if you watched the whole interview. She said, and now Anderson Cooper said that, so you saying you want to use your city as the guinea pig, as the test group? So I didn't say it. She Rick James that, right? She said like somebody has to be the test group, and she said, no, I never said that. You just said it 30 seconds ago.
And not be afraid to say,
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
You reference Rick James, and if somebody exhibits Rick James, and they be like, I said, rest in peace. I said, I'm not trying to make fun of him, but if you reference Rick James to somebody,
cocaine.
They probably are on cocaine. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's ever referenced me to Rich.
Made an about face when Anderson said, "Really?
Right?
You want to be the test city?" Like you said that.
I never said that. What?
I never said
but
no. I didn't.
I went and did this to the guy. I was like, run that tape back.
Like Obama when remember Obama and Romney like during their debate when he tried to say that he didn't say that
47%.
Well, not that, but the terror attack thing. And Obama was like, yeah, check the transcripts. He said, check the transcripts.
A lot of people like to try to rewrite history or try to reword history.
You didn't say that this was a terror attack, and you're the president. I never said, check the transcripts. Then the moderator read it. It's like, yeah, you said a terror attack right here. So he definitely.
And then borrowing from my guy.
What was that? Benghazi. I think that was that whole Benghazi thing. Like,
then borrowing from our president. That's fake news. Now everything is fake news.
Trump is the greatest about face motherfucker.
You want to talk about him right now? With his about face?
Let's talk. I should have had. I don't even have it. I wanted to see the Clorox or something next to me.
Lysol. Let me get my Lysol wipes. I got my Lysol wipes next to me.
Over there, I don't feel like getting up for it.
So, in a gaff, he basically said,
thing, he's a
for real?
Some of that then, at least I don't know. Some for your real, I'm showing you.
So I did see the video of him and everything. Like I said, because I was like, let me watch the video and see it, the real video.
I heard the audio. I didn't see the video. I did.
I watched the video. I did watch the video. I did.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump did say that, is it a way that we can figure out? Like the way that he said it. But it's like when people hear that, they just hear, I'm going to ingest this. Like, that was not worded at all. Like, the way he worded it was, like, all fucked up. Like, what he...
Here's the thing with Trump,
the way he worded it was all
after what he said, like, for those that don't know, it's like, allegedly, like, what the scandals that he was saying that, you can ingest or inject, like, bleach or whatever, like, some to fucking kill the coronavirus. But then he said he was being sarcastic. Like, that was his statement afterward. And he probably was, knowing him, like, I don't think he meant for people to actually go out and drink some bleach.
Yeah, but... Here's the thing, though.
First of all, you're the president of the United States. You shouldn't be making jokes and shit right now. You're not a comedian and shit.
And then, like I said, and then I'm going to go here. Your fan base isn't that intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not. I'm just calling it, prove me wrong, Trump supporters. Prove me wrong. I say that they're not that intelligent. So if they hear you say, is there a way that we could, because he said, is it a way that we can inject it or we could, some kind of way.
Because if you read all of those cleaners, like I said, check your Lysol, check your Clorox. It does says kill coronavirus right there on the Lysol bottle. On the can. It says that. So it really does. But that means on surfaces.
On surfaces.
Because if you drink it, it will kill the coronavirus. Then what else to kill you as well, too. So it will kill the coronavirus, true, if you drink it, but you'll also die. So,
will kill coronavirus. Side effects will cause death.
Exactly, yeah. So they're not lying. Like, if you do drink it, it will kill the coronavirus. Also you. There it is.
So, but for him to be like, it's like, my whole thing that I think it's clearly some mental things going on with him. And I'm not even being funny.
I'm going to call it what it is. I think Trump has dementia.
I do too. I think it's because he's like 74, I want to say, right?
I think dude has dementia.
Mm-hmm. I think and it's obvious because like the way he says stuff, you can see that, like with dementia, from what I understand dementia being, it's like you have a puzzle. Mm-hmm. And then you try and put your puzzle together, but then your pieces don't line up, and then you try to force them to line up in a way that they don't line up, basically. Mm-hmm. So then you'll say or do something that, and people be like, what was that? And then like you just come back and you're like, no, I didn't say that. And it's just like, but yes, you did. But it's like you have a problem with recollection and things like that. And you can clearly see that he's struggling. So somebody in his camp needs to have their intervention around him, because if he keeps on talking and doing what he's doing, somebody's going to get killed. Somebody is. And he's obviously not going to take, because he's already said, I take responsibility for nothing. He's already said that I'm not taking responsibility for anything.
Mm-hmm.
So these people, and then they said in New York and in Illinois, people did start actually ingesting
Who the hell in Illinois did that dumbass shit?
Probably Southern Illinois. We call it nothing up here, nothing in Chicago, I'm sure.
Nothing in Cook County and shit. They don't even do that on the West Side. Yeah.
I think it's half parties.
Anytime the West Side be like, God damn, that's dumb. That you know what's going on. I love my West Side. Shout out Frankie. Shout out Cole Hard. I love West Side. Shout out Della. Yeah, my peeps.
But they said that people started ingesting because they said that it was a spike in the number to the poison control number about ingesting the harmful chemicals. And it's like, but we teach I teach my baby, my 2-year-old and my 5-year-old, I teach my babies not to ingest stuff. So if you're a grown ass person ingesting stuff, it's like, what the hell? Like you like 40 years old.
Harmful is fatal if it's swallowed. I'm reading it right now.
So why don't you do that as a grown ass person?
Mm-hmm.
But then again, like I knew a Trump supporter said, and I knew personally a Trump supporter who said to me, I was like, so if Trump said jump out of a window, would you just jump out of a window without any warning? She was like, hell yeah. So that shows how gone they are. She said she would jump out of a window without even knowing the circumstances about what, and she actually said that to me. Like I said, I don't know if she was just joking, but I mean, that's nothing to joke about.
Maybe she did. You haven't talked to her in a while. Maybe she jumped up. Maybe that's why you haven't heard from her in a while.
So if you say that, you're going to jump out. Like, yeah. So that's why I'm like, he needs to be careful with what he says and does, because it's people that actually hang on your every word and they follow verbatim what you say because they believe in you.
Trump stands are real and shit, yeah.
And they're not, like I said, they're not that intelligent. But anybody, like I said, people say I'm picking on them, but I'm going to say this across the board. If you just buy into what anybody says and you just follow anybody blindly, you're a damn fool. I don't care who you are. Like, you're a damn fool. If you just follow any person, any mortal, if you follow them just word for word, everything you say, you're a fool. You are.
Only one person I trust 100% is the one I look back in the mirror at. That's the only
one. Exactly. I know I'm going to have my best interest at heart 100% of the time. I know
anybody else and shit, I'm going to question what they say. Only one I'm not going to question is myself.
Exactly.
I don't take anybody 100% blind, let alone some fucking politician and shit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come on.
But that was the Lysol gate or whatever, disinfectant gate, whatever you want to call it. You know.
Since we're talking about Trump, let's talk about his homie Kanye.
Yeah.
Shout out Kanye. Yeah, Southsider. Oh, but Kanye, yeah, he's officially a billionaire now.
Yeah, I saw that, and that kind of made me go like, huh? Like it shocked me a little bit.
Them Yeezys, man. People fuck with them Yeezys. I don't have any because I'm a Nike / Jordan guy, but I don't have any. But
in my opinion, they're ugly to me. To me, they're ugly, but that's my opinion.
They're not me, and I'll leave it at that.
To me, they're ugly.
They're not me.
I'm simple. Like, I mean, my favorite shoe is like just give me a low top, all white Air Force One.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that in a couple minutes too. I got an Air Force One story. Like, I don't know if you saw it trending and shit, but
I just like plain, or even just like just like a nice, I don't like all the crazy multicolors and just a lot going. I like even Converse. I like a nice low top Converse. I think those are cool.
But Kanye, $1.3 billion net worth on the Forbes list right now. So Kanye's officially a billionaire. That's dope. For him to come from where he because I remember those early days of Kanye. I was there. That's why this journey I know.
Southside Chicago. Grew up not too far from where I live now. So it's for him to grow up and do that, it's like,
it's pretty dope. I ran into Kanye almost 20 years ago, the first time I ever met him. I told that story before.
Yeah.
It was a now defunct restaurant in Chicago.
Right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And Kanye was there. My homie knew who he was. My homie was, like, in my opinion, dick riding a little bit. And me, I didn't know who Kanye. I was like, who's this dude? You like having a fit over? And then like Kanye even then had that Kanye swag. He's like, yeah, I'm doing stuff with Rockefeller now. And Chicago cats like gas you up.
Lie. Call a spade a spade.
Sure enough, about a month later, I didn't blow Kanye off, but I kind of was like, okay, yeah, Rockefeller. No, this is like 2001 Rockefeller. They're the number one label in the world. And then sure enough, about a month later, H to the Izzo came. I was like, okay, dude was telling the truth that a Chicago cat wasn't lying. Yeah. And now he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So now, Kanye, I'm going to call you out. Come back over here and fix this Regal up. Come on, Kanye, you a billionaire now.
Yeah, wasn't him and Chance supposed to do something with that thing like 2 years ago? They were talking about that.
Yeah. But now it's like
whatever happened with that.
Like, what's even going to become of that now? So
yeah, people even gonna go to concerts anymore?
Yeah, like, live shows like plays and concerts and event. You know what I mean? Like event, like things like that. Are we even gonna go to exhibit things like that? But but congratulations to Kanye about he took his brand, and that's what you do. That's how you build the wealth. Like you take your talent, like I said, because he was a producer, then he became a rapper. Then he took that funds, and then he invested in his fashion, and I'm sure that he invests on the stock side. I'm sure he does also.
Yeah.
Because I saw that for his wife for like one Christmas, he gifted Kim like instead of just giving her $100,000, he gave her like $100,000 in stocks. Like here's $100,000 of Disney. Here's he like gifted her stocks of like
Kanye. He plays a fool, but like Kanye's very intelligent, don't you?
Yeah. Because they was like, how boss
he comes off as ignorant, but Kanye's a smart dude.
Well, rest in peace. His mother, Donda, she was a professor. So, I mean, yeah. Yeah, she was a professor. So, I mean, some of that trickled into him. Like, I mean, you can play ignorant if you want to, but.
You ready to have some Facebook fun?
Yes.
It's a new segment I'm starting on the podcast. We're going to call it Facebook Fun. And you know what I'm reading right now. There's a post I put out on my timeline, Ozman on Facebook. It said, question, what stuff do you remember from back in the day that nobody else seems to remember? Mine is that awful BET talk show starring Michael Collier. We said, who in the hell left the gate open?
Which I remember vividly, not even vaguely. I remember that vividly. And then Flex was on it later after Michael Collier left. Then Flex hosted it for a little bit.
Yeah, that show was bad, yeah. It's just because he kept changing hosts. And that's what made it suck to me because after Michael Collier, I don't know if it was a contract dispute or if he just said, fuck this.
It sucks.
Yeah. But and then they changed hosts like every week. Flex was one of the guest hosts, I remember. Tyra Banks probably hosted that. I don't remember. I just but it was like it did get like that when he just started having random guest hosts. And they still all of them still kept the who in the hell left the gate open line there.
Whack.
So you want to say some of yours because I'm reading the list right now, but I know your first one I have it here. You said all about the Andersons.
The Andersons.
I still don't even remember that shit at all. Well, it was an Anthony Anderson vehicle because of Andersons. I assumed it was that.
Right.
I know it wasn't Anderson Cooper and shit, so I assumed it was probably Anthony Anderson.
Anthony Anderson had a sitcom before Blackish. He did. Very few people remember this. And it was like early 2000s because it was after he had his fame with Romeo Must Die and Barbershop because Anthony Anderson was popping. So then he had a sitcom around that time. And I remember Roz Ryan played his mom. I remember that.
From Amen.
From Amen, yeah, Roz Ryan played his mom.
Had to bring sisters from Amen.
Yeah. So like people, I know they were probably
the heavier one for those that don't remember, like the two nosy old ladies on it.
Yeah, the nosy old ladies.
The heavier one was Roz Ryan.
The other one's Barbara Montgomery was the other one. Mm-hmm. And then another one I said the show Here and Now, which was Malcolm Jamal Warner's show right after.
And what they should have called it was not Theo is what they should have called the show.
Right.
That's what they wanted to call it Theo, but obviously like he didn't get sued because he was basically playing the same character.
His name was Alex on the show, I think, but basically he was Theo because he ran a youth center.
Yeah. He was like the same character that Theo was on the later episodes of Cosby.
Right. Theo ran the youth center, and and that's basically what his character was. And
the show started and it's NBC, and it came like a year right after the Cosby Show went up there. Like literally, like the Cosby Show ended like 92. This show came out like 93 or something like that. It was literally right after the Cosby Show went off the air. This show started.
Another show I said was For Your Love. It was a sitcom starring James
Pamela Jones, right? And
Pamela Jones, Polly Robinson Pete, Dee Dee Pfeiffer, whose sister,
Pfeiffer's younger sister,
and E. Daffy Blackman. He was the guy who beat up Gina on a different world. You guys
well, you know, nobody remembers the show. You have to mention the other shows they were on. Like, yeah, he was the guy that beat Gina on a different world.
Y'all know what I'm talking. And then on the episode where they went to Hollywood, he was the prince at the end and said, "Pam, BDB, may I call you BDB?" That was him. For you guys,
so on Martin. That's how
I know I might go way back with that. And then what's another one I said?
I got another good one of yours.
I said a show, New Attitude, that I know no one remembers. It was an 80s.
Morris Day had a sitcom for those that I remember that bullshit.
Morris
Day. That's the guy at the time. Yeah. I want to see some asses wiggling.
Stick around, see how it's done.
Stay for a while. That dude. Yeah. Morris Day from the time. Yeah. It's not a different, the same Morris Day.
Same Morris Day.
He was acting on a sitcom.
It started Shirley Ralph, Phyllis Yvonne Stickney.
And Morris Day.
Morris Day.
He said, "I guess you've heard of my reputation." And
I'm going to say one more gag show, and then I'm going to say a real show after this. And then my last gag show, I'm going to say Platinum. No one knows what Platinum is.
That one you got everybody with, yeah. I remember Platinum, and apparently Xavier remember Platinum because he put the laughing emoji too. But like nobody responded to that. I don't think Platinum was Empire before Empire, except for really bad.
That's what they attempted to do. They wanted to do Empire because it was about the record industry and the shady dealings behind what goes on in the record biz.
It was a UPN vehicle, and they hyped the shit out of that show. Yeah, coming this spring, Platinum.
And it's still the billboards everywhere around Chicago.
Yeah, it got a lot of every show because let's be honest, like most of the UPN shows were black. So during every one of those shows, they ran Platinum ads.
They did.
Yeah.
And it started
Platinum beginning.
It started Jason George and Sticky Fingers. That's who it started. So you can kind of guess what kind of show it was. When you start Sticky Fingers, you know what kind of show it is.
Sticky freaking fingers.
And then it only aired for 6 episodes. So.
Yeah, so like after all of that hype, all that publicity.
A month and a half. They got a month and a half, basically.
Yeah, and they pulled the plug immediately because they realized how terrible it was. UPN
it was terrible. I watched it because I had a crush on Jason George at the time. And that's
I remember seeing one episode. As soon as I saw Sticky Fingers, I saw enough. I was like, I know what this show is.
I like Jason George, so that's why I watch it. I'm gonna be honest. And then my last show I said that I'm gonna say right now, but it was actually a good show. It just couldn't find an audience. South Central. That's a show that a lot of people don't remember.
Lorenz Tate, Pinky was on that show. Jennifer Lopez before she was famous. I think
she played the Latina girl who was cursing out people in Spanish. That's what she played on.
Melinda Williams played on that show. I remember.
Yeah, she was Maia Campbell's best friend.
Lamont Bentley, Primo Isha was on there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it was a good show.
I had a decent cast. Yeah.
And then Kareem, our brother, he came in with the win. He was like Paula Kelly, who was the neighbor with the badass kids. I was like, yeah.
And I remember the character's name, Kareem's ass. I was like, yeah, Kareem's old and shit.
He was like Paula Kelly.
I forgot the character's name again right then. I was about to look it up.
The badass kids. Because I remember the episode where she yelled out to her kids. She was like, "Don't make me get ugly," and her kids said, "Too late." Her kids were bad as hell.
She paid for those. She was Leggy Peggy on Saturday night. Or when Lamont went African on Sanford and Son, she played the African sister that Lamont was trying to hang around. She was
the lesbian lover in Brewster Place when women.
Okay, that's a good one that a lot of people might not remember. Yeah, that's
a good one. A lot of people don't remember the women at Brewster Place. I think it's on Amazon Prime. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's on Amazon Prime because
I watched some good ones that you forgot about. I'm gonna read some more of yours and shit. You had Good Behavior with Dorian Wilson, George Wilson. And a young Bianca Lawson who looks the same age now. The show was over 20 years ago.
She's older than me.
And then you had the Royal Family, which is basically Red Fox's last show. Sorry, Red Fox, Delarice, Lorenz Tate, and a very young Naya Rivera. She was about Ariana's age when she was on that show. She was young. Now, and for those in the Naya Rivera, she's from Glee fame and like the one that Big Sean was someone that I don't fuck with you. That's what he was talking about, Naya Rivera. He made a song about her. That's what I don't fuck with you. That's what the song is about. It's about Naya Rivera. That's now let's go through the list.
That's hilarious.
Some of the better ones.
Royal Family. And then you got Jack K. later after Red Fox passed away.
Red Fox died on the set of that show. I forgot to mention that. The show, the Royal Family, was Eddie Murphy was executive producer of that show.
Right.
I think he came up with the idea after Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights, yes.
Della, like their chemistry together.
Mm-hmm.
On and off camera, they were both off the stage. Like, y'all need your own show. Like, Eddie came up with the idea for that show.
And it was a good thing for Red Fox because he had his financial trouble.
So that's why Eddie put him in the movie, because Red was broke. He needed
to help him out.
And then, like, he gave him a show after that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's what you do with your people. Like, somebody that you admire, a mentor you had, you put them on. If they are going through a financial trouble and you're in a position where you can help them and make them rise back up, that's what you do.
So I remember one of the coolest covers of Ebony magazine was that it's the 3 generations of comedy with Red, Richard, and Eddie. They all in their tuxedos from Harlem Nights, looking like Dons, looking like Dons,
with the white scarf, with the white scarf around the neck.
Harlem Nights rocking their tuxedos, and they had all the hats, and they look like 3 Dons on there basically. Yeah.
That was dope as hell.
3 generations of comedy, like dope.
Mom is a hoarder, so maybe Mom might have that magazine
might
still.
Have that original version.
He's a hoarder, so yeah. But but then after he died, then they put Jacques on as like the sassy.
They tried to keep the show going for reasons like we know the reason, money and shit, but they tried to keep the show going and added Jacques. And then didn't work. But one of my students, Darian, he posted Teen Summit. Because a lot of people might, if you're under a certain age, you might not remember Teen Summit.
If you're under 30, you don't remember it. Because a young Laz Alonso was on there, and Ananda Lewis was on there.
I remember Ananda Lewis doing it.
And Laz Alonso was on there.
And I remember another chick hosted it. She was married to one of the Knicks. I can't think of her name, though. She was fine, though. Like, she was married to one of the New York Knicks players. That was Charles Smith's wife, like whatever her name was. She was married to a Nick, I remember. What a mother. LaDonna Blair said, it's about the Jamaican family living in England. Like the father owned the barber shop. And I couldn't think of the name of it. It was called Desmond's.
I have no idea what that is.
Like basically, in Living Color, kind of made fun of them with Hey Man. That's what they were kind of making fun of.
Oh, okay, that's what they were doing.
They were kind of making fun of this show. It was Desmond's and then Hey Man. It's like, they were kind of making fun of that.
I was like, I know about
That's the only reason I remember that show, because of Living Color. And I saw some episodes of it. So okay, I can see how they made fun of it. Guy who played once again, we naming people from other shows. Like, I want to say he played on the Cosby Show, the one when Cliff was bidding on the fucking jazz record and shit.
Oh, the
doctor, the other doctor,
the doctor. He's Trinidadian, I think.
Yeah, I think he played on Desmond's. He was on that show. I want to say that he was one of the actors.
I don't know his name, but he was like on a lot of stuff. Like he was on an episode.
He did a shitload of Cosby Show episodes.
Yeah, he was on a lot of things. Like you don't know his name, but you know his face and you know his accent because he had like that. West Indian accent. Another
show he was on, nobody remembers. He was on Where I Live. Remember that? Once again with Flex. Flex is gonna be all over this list, by the way.
Flex. Flat App. Somebody mentioned Flat App.
Flat App. Flex. Flex did a lot of shit that nobody remembers.
He was on Homeboys in Outer Space. That was on the list too.
Flex and Ron Johnson and shit.
Ron Johnson. And then I said Flex. This was before he did the Michael Jackson, because that was awful. When he did the Man in the Mirror.
Probably the worst biopic of all time, and that's saying something. Especially if you saw Leah and you saw All Eyes on Me, then like Flex is the worst biopic of all time.
All Eyes on Me.
Somehow it was worse than that.
Flex's Michael Jackson was it was utterly ridiculous. Like, I don't know if it was supposed to be.
What's funny, he was like trying to play it serious. He wasn't playing it in comedy, but it was like, it was unintentional comedy. You thought it was like an In Living Color sketch.
I thought it felt like
serious as hell. Though. That was like,
it felt like Jay Farrow playing Michael. That's what it felt like. It felt like a satire rather than
call my lawyer. Call my lawyer. Like he felt like a comedy to me. Even though he was playing it straight, he wasn't playing it.
That shit is hilarious.
Of course, one of mine I posted right here. Anybody remember Sparks? It starred Uncle Phil, Joanna Man, Lucius Lyon, and Robin Givens.
Joanna Man.
I posted Joanna Man instead of his real name. He's Joanna Man.
Well, he's free man now because he was out there robbing the store. He was out there shoplifting. We posted that a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, we talked about Joanna Man's ass.
Shoplifting.
My C Dilla, one of my former students here, he spoke Spectre, man. You probably don't remember it. It was some knockoff. Like it was during the sci-fi era. I want to say it started in either the 60s or the 70s or something like that when all the sci-fi craze was going on.
Yeah.
It was like Star Trek, except it sucked really bad. I saw it in syndication years later. Like obviously I didn't see the original run of that show, but years later it sucked really bad.
Terrible.
Yeah, what's in my student also posted? Yeah, but I remember that Flat App. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, that was one-on-one. I think that was one-on-one when he was like Flat App.
Tarsha Simpson posted, I'm the only one that remembers On TV. I was like, ooh.
On TV.
I was a precursor to cable television for those that don't know. It's like you would get this little set-top converter box, and then you can convert like the channels. Actually, I think channel 44 was On TV from back in the day, but you needed the box to see it though. If you just turn your TV to channel 44 with your rabbit ears, you would get a scrambled signal. Like remember the beginning of American Pie with Jim was watching? That's what On TV looked like without the box. Yeah, because and On TV did have they did show the soft porn at late night too. So that's were they making fun of On TV on American Pie, or maybe they were. Because they did have soft porn like after midnight. Of course, he's trying to like turn. Okay, I see an ass right there. Okay, trying to like. You tried to see what.
You and Feast watched that on TV. Did you and Feast do that?
We did like Jim, but we didn't. Did y'all do that? I think Mom and Dad had the converter box in their room, so like we didn't get to. But we did like turn it late night and try to like put your leg up this way and turn your head. Hold that intent. Hold it. Okay, now we can see. Yeah.
Did you and Feast do that?
That ass on me.
Daddy.
RTV was a precursor to cable. I want to say it went away like in the mid 80s, like once cable became nationwide. Yeah. And then like once people had cable, they didn't really need a subscription TV anymore. So like all those services, like Chicago's subscription was On TV. Like,
right.
I remember that. One of my sisters, she saw Purple Rain on TV.
Purple Rain?
That was the first place she saw Purple Rain. Hilarious.
I'm not even mad at that. It's Purple Rain. It's Prince. I'm not even mad.
Siobhan West posted Thea. Yeah.
Thea?
Starring Brandy, Jason Weaver. Yvette Wilson was on the show. Who else was on this stupid show? It starred Thea Vidal, for those that don't know.
Adam Jeffries was the oldest son.
Okay.
He was on the show too. That's another show.
Another show with Claude Brooks.
Claude Brooks and Frankie Faison.
Faison and Claude.
You're rich, good motherfucker.
That's a good one, yeah. Y'all know Frankie Faison. He played in Coming to America. He played The Right Thing. Y'all know Frankie Faison.
You know Frankie
ignorant ass.
You know Frankie Faison. Wasn't he one of the guys in Do the Right Thing? He was
that's what I said. Do the Right Thing. He played.
That's what you said. Yeah.
Robin Harris and the one that the Duke shot in the head and Rosewood. Who had he said I only got one good arm. He said we got one good shovel.
Yeah.
And somehow Leon Rogers made that hilarious. I can't watch that scene without laughing. It's supposed to be a serious scene, but with Leon, the way he said the line, it's like I can't unhear it now. Oh hell, we got one good shovel.
That's your people.
Siobhan West also posted My Cousin Skeeter. Ooh. Sorry, Bill Bellamy as a puppet and a young Megan Good.
And Robert Richard.
Yes.
Yeah, it was awful.
Here's one that I don't even know. You got me with this one. Legends of the fucking Hidden Temple. I have no idea what that is.
It was a Nickelodeon game show, and it was hard as shit. Like, nobody ever won. Like, when they were, like, doing the final round at the end. Like, I don't remember anybody complete. It was, like, an obstacle course that you had to go through, and it was, like, really, really hard because it was, set with the temple.
Let's go down the Nickelodeon rabbit hole. Like I didn't post this stuff, but since like it's after the fact now, we can go down it right now. Remember Nick Arcade? Let's go. Also, another Rosewood alum was in that as well. Bill Moore, I think, was the host there.
Bill Moore.
He's the one who's basically like the whole Rosebud Massacre is his fault and shit, basically.
Right, because he let the
he was
white
amazing.
guy.
He helped the guy that beat the shit out of that guy's wife and shit, and she said, "He's a nigger." And they followed the guy sent to his house because they gave the guy a ride.
Yeah.
So they said So that's the guy. Yeah, he hosted Nickelodeon show back in the 90s.
And then remember the show Guts? I don't know if you remember that. It was another Nick game show. It was called Guts.
You remember? You remember Finders Keepers? That's a Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
Are we going down this Nickelodeon rabbit hole now?
The Secret World of Alex Mack.
Oh, you stole mine. God damn it. That was going to be my next one. And so, Alex Mack was going to be mine. And I posted My Brother and Me. I get that one.
The Secret World of Alex Mack.
I was just about to say that. What about Salute Your Shorts? Let's go. Damn it.
Oh, I love Salute Your Shorts. I love that show. And Sam, the one who Mr. D, he was a teenager by then. Sam.
Yeah. Who also
Danny
played
Cooksey, there you go.
He played what's her name?
John
Connor's son.
I forgot about
John Connor's buddy, yeah. John Connor's best friend.
I remember that. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, he was John Connor's homie was Sam from Different Strokes.
And he was the voice of Montana Max on Tiny Toon Adventures.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he did some work after Different Strokes.
He might still be working, yeah. If he's doing voice stuff, he might still be doing it.
Yeah, that's the greatest hustle if you can get into voice acting.
Shout out Cree Summer. She made a career out of that shit.
Love Cree Summer. Oh, a show that I recently saw, like I said, coming off of the Nick, where I said, I'm going to go on. I think this show came on BET, but they all, Viacom was all that. It was a show that I totally forgot about because I was looking for another show. And then when it came up on my Amazon Prime TV, it said, Read Between the Lines. Do you remember that show?
Not at all.
It starred Malcolm Jamal Warner and Tracy Ellis Ross.
When the fuck did this show air?
It was like 2010, 2011 when this show came on. It's like 10 years ago.
Was he still, don't tell me he was still playing Theo. Was this a precursor to Blackish? That he was basically
pretty much so. Pretty much so.
He played it was like after Theo, Andre.
It was after Girlfriends had got off, so it was after Girlfriends, yeah. Because she was on there, and I was like, I forgot about this.
Don't tell me if you tell me he was an ad executive, I'm going to punch somebody.
I want to say somebody was a psychologist or something, because that's why I read between the lines. I think somebody was a psychologist.
That sounds like Malcolm. I could see him doing that.
And then Melissa D'Souza was on the show, too.
Oh, speaking of people nobody remembers, she played Shelby from The Best Man. That's Melissa D'Souza.
She was in that movie, right?
Mm-hmm. And she got a fat ass too, so there you go.
Okay. I'm not gonna comment on that. But all these shows that no one remembers.
Out all night, somebody posted.
Back to My Brother and Me. You talked about that. I said because
My Brother and Me. I can't even name none of it. I know a young Amanda Seales played.
Amanda Seales was on there as a child.
She's the only actor that went on to do anything out of the kids that were on that show.
Out of the kids, yeah.
Like most of them, after the show went off, that was it. And a lot of them, that was the only credit they had. Like a lot of them on that show, that was it. My Brother and Me was it. The show only had like 7 episodes, and our mom was obsessed with the show.
She watched it every week. I'm like, they still show these same episodes.
Only 7 episodes, and it sucked. Yeah, but
Mom was the original Issa Rae. Mom supports Mom roots for everything that's black.
Mm-hmm.
She is. You said Out All Night, yeah. A sitcom starring Patti LaBelle.
Who do you think you is? Patti LaBelle or somebody?
Morris Chestnut, Vivica
Dwayne
Fox.
Martin, Vivica Fox. Smart guy was on the show too.
Smart guy?
Taj Mowry. I was like, what's his name? I couldn't think. He's on
Morris Chestnut was on a sitcom in the 90s. Mm-hmm. He started on a sitcom.
Arsenio Hall had a fucking sitcom too that Vivica Fox played his wife on that.
I remember that.
Vivica Fox was on a lot of bad sitcoms.
She was on that sitcom. Remember Getting Personal?
I was just about to say that with Dwayne Martin. Dwayne Martin. Wasn't John Cryer was on that shit, yeah. Maxwell Hauser was on there.
Maxwell Hauser?
Featuring Dwayne Martin, Vivica Fox, and Maxwell Hauser.
Maxwell Hauser. If you guys don't know Maxwell Hauser, look up Hiding Out.
Something else nobody remembers, Hiding Out. It's a random movie.
Marcus had no idea where it was. I was trying to explain it to him, and Marcus was like, "What is that?"
Nobody knows that. Me and you, the only two people, and Fees are the only three people on the planet that know that movie.
When I tried to explain the plot, man, Marcus was like, "What is that?" He was like, "I have no idea what that is."
This is great shit, man. The Source used to have a TV show. I remember that awful Source show. And that made me want to go down this rabbit hole. Remember Vibe with Chris? And then that
was bogus the way they fired him. Like his name was just scraped off the door. That was mean the way they fired him.
He found out the same way we found out, pretty much.
You just show up to your office and then your name is scraped off the door. You're like, wait, what? What just happened? That was mean.
Then the Keenan Ivory Wayans show.
Yeah.
One around the same time. And then my favorite out of those talk shows, The Magic Hour.
Hour.
Sheila E. was his band leader. Yeah, Magic Johnson and Sheila E. had a talk show. It's the real thing.
It was awful. It was awful. The Magic Hour was so bad because it's like at that time.
Didn't Howard Stern appear on that bullshit, I think that was the last episode. Howard Stern got the show canceled. I think Howard was on that show.
And Magic has gotten better with his diction and with his speech, but at that time, it just wasn't there at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like
after that, he got some speech lessons after that.
He got better because it's like, how are you going to be interviewing people and we don't understand what you're saying?
Irvin Magic Johnson. Yeah, after basketball, Magic started dabbling in other stuff, including television. The Magic Hour.
It was awful. But I don't knock the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't knock the hustle.
Let's go down the bad talk show like rabbit hole. I got a bunch of them. Pat Sajak had a talk show back in the day.
Pat Sajak had a talk show?
Exactly. I caught you with that one. I got you. That's it.
I just know him as
like the late 80s, early 90s.
Turn the lens. Ding, ding, ding. That's all I know him as.
Sajak had a late night fucking talk show.
Who knew? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Tempest Bledsoe had a talk show.
Tempest Bledsoe, I was about to say her. Yeah. Bertice Berry.
Bertice Berry. Ooh, good one, kid. What was that awful show with Mother Love?
Oh, Forgive or Forget.
I was like, no, the show wasn't called Mother Love. I know she
hosted. And then Robin Givens replaced her later.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's pre or post Sparks. I don't remember.
I think it was post Sparks.
I don't remember what.
I want to say it was around the millennium. It was around the millennium. I want to say.
After Sparks,
because I was a little bit older there. It was around the millennium. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whatchamacallit, Morton Downey Jr. Zip It.
Morton Downey, yeah, his show was lit. What about the Richard Bey?
Richard Bey.
That shit was terrible.
Okay, here's what Richard Bey was. It was like a bad Jerry Springer.
It was like the worst. If you took the worst parts of Jerry Springer and Maury Povich, that's what you get with Richard Bey.
Right.
Take the worst parts of those shows and put that shit on there.
A lot of hillbilly.
There's a lot of offensive stereotypes and shit. That's what the show was.
Basically, it was Ringmaster. That's basically what it was. It was the movie Ringmaster, basically.
That's what the Richard Bey show was. It was really bad too. Chevy Chase had a fucking talk show. I'm just like,
I vaguely remember that.
Going down the rabbit hole now. Like,
everybody wanted to have a talk show.
Then when Arsenio came back like a couple of years ago, he's all old and shit. The new Arsenio wasn't bad. Though. I watched some episodes. He had like
try hits. Like
I'm still doing the point. Yeah, I'm still doing his pose. Like remember
the pose.
The Arsenio pose to start the show.
And you gotta do the point.
Well, Arsenio, low key, the original Arsenio was he was ahead of his time. Like
it was progressive.
He gave a lot of hip hop people their shine, like that got their first shot on national television. He was to hip hop what like Ed Sullivan was back in the days, like back when our mom and dad were growing up. Like
it's Ed Sullivan's Really Big Shoe. That's Ed Sullivan, right?
I think that is him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the Jackson 5 got their break on that show. And I watched it back. That was why they did that for the first. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Turn point, and then roll it.
Yep. That's what they did. The first time they did that was on Ed Sullivan, like 1970 or some shit like that.
Damn. 50 years ago. Damn.
That's 50 years ago. That's crazy.
Damn. Damn. But what was another one? Oh, he was like so like basically the like all these talk shows that were out during that.
And during that time, also, like, was When the Hell Left the Gate Open, when it came out during that time, ironic. Which MC Marcus Chapman has some episodes recorded.
I want to see them now.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him to like if you got them digitized, like shoot me a copy of those. I want to view that shit.
And then what you call it was our downtown Julie Brown.
Julie Brown.
Downtown with Julie Brown.
Remember Rolanda Watts?
Rolanda.
I'm just naming random shows that nobody remembers now.
Everybody had a show. Everybody had a show though in the 90s. Like Ricky Lake.
Well, her show was on for a while, like hers last.
Everybody wanted to be Ricky Lake. That's where it was. Everybody wanted to do what Ricky Lake was doing. Because a lot of them shows, or like Jenny Jones, everybody wanted to be a Jenny Jones / Ricky Lake back then. But their shows were actually good, though. I watched Ricky Lake.
They lasted years. They were on like 10, 12 years, like all of those shows.
Mm-hmm. The Jenny Jones, we know what ended her show.
When that guy, like, murdered.
The guy killed the gay guy, yeah. And that kind of, like, ended her show.
Yeah, she still lasted, but it was never the same because of that. Like, obviously, if somebody gets murdered because of your show, it's never going to go back to the way it was.
Yeah, I was like, It
never went back. Yeah.
Yeah, like the way that played out, that whole thing was just like,
Mm-hmm. What's in I had another one. I just forgot. Oh, and the Les Brown had a fucking talk show during the 90s. I'm just like, yeah, we're going way down this rabbit hole with talk shows.
The talk shows.
You got any others? Because I'm just looking at other. Somebody posted Bosom Buddies on here.
Bosom Buddies.
Tom Hanks had a sitcom back in was that either the late 70s or early 80s? I don't know.
Early 80s when he dressed in drag.
Yeah. Him and this other guy dressed in drag and shit. Yeah.
And people thought that they were women. Somehow people thought that Tom Hanks in his dress was a woman.
Like dudes thought Tom Hanks was hot in a dress. Different times in the 80s, I guess. Simpler times.
And then the hey little lady. It's like he's like 6'2". Hey little lady. Hulking shoulders.
Shout out our cousin Clarence Appleton who posted Cop Rock, knock off Miami Vice.
I was like, what is that? Like I had no idea. I was like, what is this? And then
I remember this show, but I never saw an episode, I don't think.
And then he posted a video clip and then I watched the video clip. I was like, I see why this got canceled. It was awful. Like it was supposed to be like a musical. Like it was basically like Glee, but for cops. That's where it basically was. But they were like singing and dancing and shit. I was like, what is this? And they were police officers. It was horrible. I see why that got canceled.
What was that show with Michael Rappaport that was on?
Oh, The War at Home. It's my world.
It's terrible.
Ribby from Higher Learning. I couldn't think of the name of the movie. Higher Learning had a sitcom.
Mike Rappaport.
And the way they kept on doing it, like they kept on surviving. Like it survived for a minute, this show. It survived.
Let's end it on one of the worst shows of all, maybe the worst show of all time. But before we wrap this up, the Rerun Show. Let's go, man. It's basically the Rerun Show is the original version of live in front of a studio audience, except it was really bad. How like Norman Lear is doing shows like the remake. They actually did them, except they like did them like they were like parodies, and they was really whack and shit.
The only funny one was
Different Strokes is off the chain because Mrs. Garrett, like the dude that played Mrs. Garrett, the fat dude had a fat dude in drag playing Mrs. Garrett, and he sounded and he seems like. He had the Mrs. Garrett wig. You remember her hair?
She had a little bun on her hair. Yeah. Mrs. Garrett, right? Mrs. Garrett was awesome.
But we're going way long, so let's wrap this shit up. Okay. And it's not another damn podcast. overtime. Maybe we might call it that. We went way long on this episode. But if you like what we're doing, appreciate you. You want to support us further, here's what you can do. Like our Facebook fan page for Not Another Damn Podcast. Also subscribe, share, rate, review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What's good, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
Yeah. Also, Amazon Alexa devices, and you can get at us on YouTube. Audio only, video coming soon, meaning eventually. And you can follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. Also hit up ozradio.net. Work in progress. It's getting there. Got your current hits. If you want the 90s and 2K classics, I'll give you ozradio.net. The bomb.
And you can check me out, MSIMA8626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Mm-hmm. Also, STR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, STR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
There it is. I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
And we will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.